Hello, Carlisle. This is Graeme Park. Very much looking forward to returning to the Circle on Friday, the 27th of December. I absolutely love playing there, and I can't wait to get back on the decks and to get you all fired up and in the mood and ready for what promises to be another fantastic night. The Circle have sent me some questions from some of the regulars who come down there, and they'd like me to answer these questions. So I'll rattle through them quite quickly. First of all, Jason Todd has asked, when did I realise the acid house or house music scene was going to be the next best thing? Well, I don't know if there's a specific moment, but I remember hearing the first house tunes from Chicago and techno tunes from Detroit in about 85, 86, when I was working in a record shop, and thought, wow, this stuff is amazing. Nobody else who worked in the record shop liked them, and the customers didn't really buy them. But as I was DJ, I played them, and slowly but surely people began to get into it. But I think it was summer 88 at the Hacienda on a Friday night when Mike Pickering and I just looked at each other and looked at the crowd and were like, yeah, this is going to run and run. Another question, what was the biggest crowd pleaser record at the Hacienda? Well, too many to mention. Off the top of my head, Voodoo Ray, Pacific State, This Is Acid, The Party, my remix of Brand New Heavy's Back to Love. There's just loads, absolutely loads. There's not one particular track. Adam Brown asks, he says, there seems to be a marked music style from me in 91, with me playing records only really played by me. In a lot of people's minds, this is what made your sound, not only your own, but the sound of the Hacienda. Was it a conscious thing with what happened in 91? Not really. I just played tunes I liked, like I've always done. I've only ever DJ'd and played tunes that I like or love. And I'm very lucky that people love tunes I play. Hand on heart, I've never played a record I don't like, even if it's a massive record. Even if people ask me for it, if I don't like it, I can't play it. For example, that hideous Pump It Up record. Jesus, can't stand it. I've been asked to play it? Absolutely not. But going back to 91, I just played the best new music I could find. I still do that now, so not really the answer you're looking for there, was it, Adam? Steve Farish, Graeme, who was your biggest influence on your style of mixing? And who did you prefer to work with alongside at the Hacienda? Well, Frankie Knuckles and Tony Humphries, those are my two original kind of house disco inspirations. But DJ Marley Marl as well, because before house music I used to play loads of hip hop and cut them up. And who did I prefer to work alongside the Hacienda? Whoever was on the decks. I just concentrated on my own set, my own style, which I still do today. Whoever's on before me or after me, I don't even think about who it is. Just do my own thing. Cut the Queue is a great track. What's your favourite production or remix? I have no favourite production or remix. I have favourite productions and remixes, but I don't know, off the top of my head, Let There Be Love, Shirley Murdoch. An early Frankie Knuckles remix is one of my favourite remixes ever. And favourite production? Well, I don't know, so many things. Surrender Yourself by The Dow, the perfect club tune. House music has mutated over the last 30 plus years and kept fresh. What was your favourite period for DJing? This person says 92 was perfection. Yeah, but that's looking back. I like to look forward. Who knows? Maybe favourite period for DJing is yet to happen. I don't really have a favourite period. Due to the lack of resident DJs, clubs which host big events now only have multiple DJs playing short sets. Is it still possible to create a house classic? God, yeah. Look at some of the great classic house tunes that have come out in the past few years. I mean, off the top of my head, there's been some fantastic tunes this year. Shapeshifters, Horse Meat Disco. That's just two that spring to mind, but there's loads. Of course it's possible to make a house classic without being a resident. Producing music is a completely different discipline to DJing. You can do both, but you can't do both equally as well. You're either a great DJ who makes okay music, or you make great music and you're all right as a DJ. A couple of exceptions to that rule, but generally I think that's the case. Seth wants to know what I like about small intimate gigs and what keeps drawing me back to the Circle Bar. I've been playing there for 4 years. Well, it's an amazing venue. And the reason I come back to Circle Bar, great crowd, great atmosphere. And I love small and intimate gigs like that because they are intimate. You can see the crowd right in front of you. You can smell the crowd, which isn't always a good thing. But I just love that kind of earthy, face-to-face contact and the atmosphere it brings is superb. Martin Bell asks, when did I first hear 2 records being mixed together? When did you realise you could do it yourself? And what were the tracks? Well, those would be mixtapes of Tony Humphries and Marley Marl on New York radio stations that my friend who lived in New York used to send to me. Tracks, I can't remember what the tracks were, but when did I realise I could do it myself? When I got 2 turntables and tried it and thought, yeah, I can do this. I think the tracks that I did mix together was, one of them was an ABC 12-inch, and I can't remember what the other one was. Claire Armstrong asks, apart from yourself, which DJs would you like to play at your own party? If I was having a party, I'd ask Tom Wainwright first if he'd DJ at it, definitely. Stephanie Smith wants to know what my most memorable and poignant memory of Hacienda is. Too many to mention, but all the birthday parties, all the New Year's Eves, actually pretty much every night there was amazing. And Mike Yates, what's been your favourite place to DJ, Hacienda? And what's your go-to track to rescue a dance floor? I don't know, I rarely have to rescue a dance floor because I think after 35 years, I kind of know what I'm doing. There are lots of big tunes that I sometimes drop to kind of raise the roof a little bit, but there's no, I don't really have to rescue dance floors. Actually, sometimes I have to rescue a dance floor if the DJ before me loses it or isn't very good. I don't know if that sounds a bit arrogant, but it's not meant to sound arrogant. I think, you know, after all these years, I kind of know what I'm doing. Anyway, I hope that has got you in the mood for the Circle Bar, where I will be playing on the 27th of December. A 3-hour set, I believe, with lots of big tunes, new tunes, classic tunes too. Full details from thisisgraemepark.com. See you soon.